Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back. I'm Alex.
My name is Teresa.
And I'm bored.
And I'm dead.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Kill me
if
now.
you, for some reason, sat through our first episode.
I'm so sorry.
Me too. Apologies. That is the worst episode.
It's only going to get progressively worse.
It really is. Welcome to episode 2.
Welcome to episode number 2.
Oh my God. Today we're going to talk about the sequel.
To Scream.
Scream 2.
Woo!
Ooh. There's no ghosts in it.
I know,
But
there
it's
should
still
be.
Scary.
What year did this come out?
97.
97. And this was 1 year after.
Actually, Williamson apparently wrote the... Wow.
That was loud.
Wow.
Felt like I was like I'm like a fucking psychiatrist. Like, oh yes,
Do it
tell me more. So your mother hates you.
Oh, totally.
Fuck you.
Wow, I could see you writing "fuck you." That's very nice. What am I paying you for? Eat my ass.
Sorry, eat my ass.
And you just keep circling.
Tell me about
Eat
your
my-
dad issues.
I mean, we all got them. So
Mhm.
apparently, Kevin Williamson wrote the first 5 pages of Scream 2 before ending Scream 1.
Okay.
They did it as oh hey, fund us. We have a sequel idea already.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's how this happened so fast.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you don't really know how many years.
2 years.
It's 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though it's 1 year for us,
Yep.
technically 2 years for them.
2 years movie time.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
From the Woodsboro murders.
Oh, a lovely Woodsboro murders.
Oh, isn't it?
Infamous.
Yes.
You don't know where they're living. You don't know if they're in California still.
No, it's just some generic.
It's just generic town.
Yeah, generic college official.
I don't even remember the town name. That's how.
That's how terrible it was.
Yeah. But we just know it wasn't Woodsboro.
Yeah, because he didn't say Woodsboro.
But I feel like it had to be somewhere close, or at least somewhere that they were familiar with Sidney Prescott.
I guess, but
You know, et al.
that's the kind of story that
etc.
would be all over the news. Just like every time they turn the TV on in these movies,
That's true.
they're like, "Oh, Cotton, Cotton Weary, we have you again. Welcome."
I love that Cotton Weary has more of a presence besides like a stupid thing that you see like on a 13-inch TV in somebody's fucking kitchen.
Yeah, where
like
it's
you
just
see him talking.
where it's just B-roll of
Lee
him.
Schreiber's great.
Just B-roll of him being arrested.
Obviously, they just filmed in like 20 minutes.
They're like,
and
"All right.
They were like, we're not going to fucking do anything with your storyline.
Go hit the craft services and then get out, okay?
I guess you're allowed to have 2 donuts for showing up today.
Get
All
your-
right, leave. All right. I
Get
don't
your
know.
panini on the way out.
I don't know why they're
I don't
all
wanna
New
see your
Yorkers
face.
just yelling.
Yeah, get your
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get your bagel and coffee and get out of here.
Get
That's what I
outta
imagine.
here.
All right, so should we set the scene of like how exactly does this cold open? Because Scream 1, it was like iconic.
Oh, it's
I know.
great.
I'm going to say it was
was-
iconic.
yeah, it
How
was
it was
iconic.
like a really good cold open.
Oh, it's a great cold up.
It was the best for
First
a horror
kill
movie.
horror movie. Absolutely.
Yes, this one opens up to
Movie theater.
movie theater.
Yeah.
College town.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know who the fuck it is, but everybody's so excited. Can I tell you,
What?
the first thing I wrote, because like we also took notes,
Oh,
we
we
were trying
took-
to be prepared.
We're
in this
fucking
one.
cool this time. We're ready.
I literally wrote "Stab premiere free gifts,"
Yes.
and
so,
I think.
so let's take it back a mini step before you get into the free gifts.
Can you tell how excited I am? It's free
You're
gifts.
So excited. You're skipping over the fact that Gail's book, The Woodsboro Murders, has been turned
Oh
into...
yeah.
It's been adapted into a feature
Movie.
film.
Called Stab.
Stab.
It's very, very
It's-
intense.
yeah.
Little college town.
Premiere night.
Yes. And in this little college town, they actually have on the outside of the building a fucking hand and a knife coming down.
I know. It's a budget. It's like, what is this?
I was like, why can I grow up in that town? That'd be fucking amazing to see. Like, I mean, I remember seeing Halloween 6 in the movie theaters.
Which one was 6?
6 is Paul Rudd, the most like the one of the best
I didn't.
ones.
I
It's
saw
so shitty.
my first Halloween in the theater was H2O. I know.
You're such a sweet baby.
I'm sorry too.
I know. Mine was 6. It was, I think, like 1996 or 1995.
Yeah, I remember we were supposed to go see Blade,
Oh,
and then we
you
saw
went to go see-
H2O.
Each show wasn't a bad.
It was okay.
It wasn't bad.
I mean, it's pretty dull.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wasted time, but
There-
we're not
there
talking
is.
about that.
No,
yet.
that's going to be a future
Holy
thing
shit, we'll
because
get
I would
there.
love to get to Paul Rudd here.
The amount we quote the intro to Halloween 2, you don't know what death is, and then they play the fucking
Oh, I love
song
it.
at full
So
volume
good.
for 15 minutes. Yes.
That's what I love about AMC. Was it Fear Fest? No, I always say Fear Fest. No, it's
No,
Fright Night. It's Fear Fest.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Fright Night is that movie.
Yeah. Never mind. I
great.
fucking love it because it's literally just Halloween 2 on a loop for like 36
always
hours.
Halloween.
I think that's the only reason they had the rights for. That's why.
I mean, I'd air it too if I had it, but I'd also air Season of the Witch because.
First of all, that's our friend Ryan's favorite.
Oh my God.
Ryan, if you're listening, hey.
So release day.
Release day.
Everyone's excited.
Super.
The movie theaters went all out. Let's talk about what you're excited to get to.
The free gifts.
Right when they get in the theater, this woman is there holding full costumes for the character that's based on a real life murder.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you think of it that way.
It's very weird. They give out these fake knives and a mask. The whole
to their
sheet
credit,
thing.
the knives though glow in the dark, so I guess it kind of gives you that weird like it's a joke, it's a kid's element, but in reality, it's someone used these things to murder a few people with it. But whatever, I digress.
Are you trying to blame the green on like the cap guns that have the plastic orange?
Yeah, it's totally fine to have a gun as long as you have that neon orange cap gun.
But they're still holding. They're still. Like full mask. Full.
Oh, whatever. It's still a toy. The two people that are on the line, it's Omar Epps and Jada Pinkett Smith. Yeah. Or I think back then it was just Jada Pinkett. So she didn't even get Jada Pinkett Smith. Yeah, I think it's just Jada Pinkett.
She was actually very hesitant to sign on to the movie.
Really? Why is that?
She only wanted like a very bloody death.
Oh, she wanted a very bloody death.
That's the only thing she wanted.
Well, bitch got one.
She fucking got it.
She got one.
Yeah, it was very dramatic too. So she probably loved it. Yeah.
That's amazing. It actually makes me love her even more.
I know. I appreciate that. She only wanted like a fucking graphic scene. And she was covered in blood by the time she's, dead on the theater floor.
Honestly, it actually surprises me because like she played her character so well where she was just like one of those chicks that were like, fucking, why am I even here, Bradley? Like, I don't even want to be a part of this horror movie. I want to see a Sandra Bullock flick. And I love that she was just like, fuck this. And he was just like, oh, whatever.
It's
like come with me, baby. It'll be fun. First of all, they actually get into the movie theater. It's completely packed. They yet somehow find 2 seats together, which I was like, that's mind-blowing. Mm-hmm. They sit down and the movie starts, which by the way, Heather Graham, which we literally, when we were watching, we were like, whatever happened to Heather Graham? I don't know what the fuck happened to her.
It's a travesty.
I know. The last thing I remember is The Hangover.
She was in like maybe season 5, 6 of Scrubs. That's all I remember.
Was that before or after Hangover?
I don't know.
Exactly. So, all right, Heather Graham's doing her own thing. But I love when she asks him for money for popcorn while they're watching Heather Graham get undressed, and literally he's just like going like, oh yeah, like rubbing one out to her.
He's like, I'm legit fully torched right now. And
she's like, shower.
Give me your money and I want popcorn.
But I love how he's like, cheap ass.
And well, like, she even said, no, I have my own money.
I want
your money.
Right, because he dragged her to a movie that she didn't want to see.
Yeah.
And like putting her through this fucking hell that she doesn't want to sit through.
She wants to see Sandy Bullock's do some shit.
I know. I don't even know what movie. I have
was
no
it
idea.
Miss Congeniality or some shit?
It was probably maybe at that point, or just maybe just at that time. Sandra Bullock, I think, was like a hot commodity, maybe because of like fucking Speed or whatever.
The Net.
Oh my god, The Net. Oh my god, we gotta talk about The Net.
I haven't seen the movie. It's so fucking long.
We should do 1 month. We should find out when her birthday is and just do like a Sandra Bullock month.
We should just tie everything to birthdays.
Yes.
And then eventually do requests.
Oh my god, because I would love
the birthday thing would be actually really funny. Because that would just be a perfect randomizer.
Oh, it'd be so fucking good.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. Sandra Bullock, national treasure.
Hell yeah.
So I thought that was kind of really funny and kind of like a pain in the ass. She then goes out to the concession stand. She gets her food.
Everyone's like running around in costumes like, I stabbed you, man.
I love how everybody's just like, this movie sold out, which I don't understand because there were still so many people online.
I know.
Like when they showed it, like the line was all the way down the block. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
But like
small towns, man.
I know that's literally all they have except for that, Applebee's that opened up. But they have a D rating, so you don't want to go there.
You don't want to go there ever.
Ooh, that's like rice. Wow, that's mice and shit.
Ooh.
Rats.
They actually prepare the food.
No, they do, Ratatouille style.
Which sounds adorable, actually. So I'm into it.
It really is pretty adorbs. She gets her comically large popcorn, like you do. No medium. Butter.
Yeah, medium popcorn, no butter. Extra small Diet Coke. Well, no, she just says like small Diet Coke, but... Which I'm sorry, like if you're getting a medium popcorn, you fucking need, even without butter, that shit's still salty.
It's salty as fuck.
You should be getting a giant soda.
Absolutely.
I don't know how much you paid for it. It was probably about $300.
I think she had to sign like a lease just to pay back.
Do you have a car note?
She had to meet with a loan officer right after the movie. She had an appointment.
Too bad.
I know. Dead. So she goes. Wow. She goes back to the theater, and then
yeah.
But he jumps out of employees only closet
that was actually open.
Oh, he left it open too. So I guess the employees left it open also. I guess
they don't. Did you see there was no adults in that theater? It's all run by kids. What do you expect?
Kids.
It's like that one ice cream shop we went into Rhode Island.
Yeah, brain freeze. We know.
Can I tell you, we went to an ice cream shop in Rhode Island. This is like totally a fucking side note.
100% side.
But it's in this like little plaza in Westerly, Rhode Island, and it was called Brain Freeze. Look it up. I don't know if it still exists.
God knows.
It was terrifying in there because it was nothing but children that was running this. It was
like, I guarantee the oldest person was like a 14-year-old girl. And we're like, little girl, is your mom here or your older sister?
They were Children of the Corn style too. Like they were obviously the parents was the ice cream. Like,
try my mom. She's the chocolate.
Yeah, like it was just really, really weird in there. It was a very weird vibe.
It was a very weird vibe.
The kids didn't blink.
We still got ice cream.
The ice cream was delicious.
It was fine.
Susie's mom was great. Loved Susie's mom. But that's what this theater reminded me of. It was just like a bunch of teenagers. Like nobody gave a shit.
Kids like, it's
not like old Grady in the back. Like, oh, these kids. Like, no. It's like they don't give a fuck.
That's why it was a free for all.
Yeah,
run by kids. Free costumes. You get a free stew when you walk in there.
I'm sorry. I'm still just impressed that there was like a free fucking costume. I think that was awesome. Like, I know if it was me, I would be there opening night being like, we have to get this free costume.
I know.
Like, this is great.
We have to see all the movies.
Yeah. If they were going to give free shit out like that.
Fast and the Furious 9, what are they going to give me? A car? A necklace that says family and Toretto on the other side?
First of all, if that actually fucking happened,
obviously
I would camp out all fucking night.
We'd be so psyched.
I would literally call my job and be like, listen, I'm on vacation.
Personal day, okay?
There's a family death. I need my bereavement time just to fucking camp out just to get my family necklace.
It says Toretto on the other side because Toretto is family and family is Toretto.
That's another episode.
Oh my God, that's so many episodes.
She sits back down, whatever, and then he goes and he ultimately meets his demise in the bathroom.
Yeah, in the bathroom. So he's in the stall. He's about to take a piss. Like you do.
Yeah.
And he hears, Mommy, don't do that, Mommy.
Here's the thing, though. When I've seen this movie, like we've all seen this movie a bunch of times. I think because we had the closed captions on, because that's what we do. I guess it's like we're getting older, we can't hear anything. So we're like,
I want to see it too.
It makes me feel like I could watch the movie better if I could see the words.
Comfortably watch, yes.
And the dialogue was like, Mommy, no. Like,
Mommy, don't do that.
Don't do that, Mommy, please. And it was like,
and then he just
uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was weird. I thought it was just like little silent mumblies.
Yeah.
I guess not.
No.
So he's like, he laughs and then puts his head up to the side. And then the fucking killer just, knows exactly where his head is.
Yeah, which is impressive.
Right through the fucking stall, which apparently is made out of cloth on the sides, except the doors are solid.
Honestly, which sounds really disgusting considering you're in a bathroom where people piss and shit everywhere.
But it wasn't
Why
cloth.
would you have cloth
He just stabbed right fucking through it.
I know. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
I was like, what is this? Like, first of all, what kind of bathroom is this, number one?
I know.
There's also hieroglyphics on the fucking...
hieroglyphics in the fucking...
I was like, what is this place?
The theming, I'm very curious what, like, theme the fucking theater was.
No, what is this?
Legit hieroglyphics. Like, are we going to see the Mummy next?
First of all, just imagine what they give out during the Mummy.
Oh my God.
It'd probably be like a scarab or something like that.
It's a scarab necklace or the Book of the Dead.
Ooh, or Rachel Weisz's wig, one or the other.
Or Rachel Weisz.
Ooh, she hasn't been doing anything.
I know.
Burn Rachel Weisz.
Sorry.
Okay. All right, just Google her if you don't know who I'm talking about.
You better know who if you're listening to this and you don't know her, fucking just delete yourself. Okay, so he gets killed, dead. Then it cuts back to Jada Pink in the theater being scared.
She's just like, ooh, this movie's good. Like, getting into it now, getting some popcorn, living her best life.
He sits back down, wearing the coat, put the mask back on. She's like, you ass. She doesn't say that. But then she gets scared and like grabs onto him and then pulls back and her hands are completely covered in blood. And she just stares at it for like 45 seconds. Is like, looks back and forth, hand to hand. And then he just fucking stabs her. Oh no, it's the killer.
Yeah.
Stabs her once, gets up, slowly walks to the aisle, gets stabbed again.
She somehow made it upstairs.
She gets stabbed like 7 times.
Yeah, and they stabbed the shit. He stabbed the shit out of her. Yeah. Or I'm sorry, the person stabbed the shit out of her.
Killer stabbed her 7 times.
And then she
while
somehow
walking down the aisle to the screen and then upstairs to get to the top.
And then once she gets to the dead center, she's just like, ugh.
And then falls over dead.
I love when people, like, from her perspective, how she sees the group of people. And they're just, like, taking off their masks and they're like, what are you doing?
Oh no, is something happening?
This is stupid.
What's happening? And then she just falls
Sit
over
down.
dead.
And that's pretty much just like how it starts.
Scream 2.
Which is kind of crazy.
Title card.
After that, you kind of opens into the town, but the town, it's honestly, it's not even, you don't really even see the town. It's the college.
It's literally the only set piece is the college.
Yeah.
Seriously.
When I went to college, I didn't have that college experience. So, like, I went to school in Manhattan. There was no real campus. So I was like, oh, there's people, like, sit on the lawn and, like,
hang out and chill.
Fucking play with their frisbees. Hacky sack? Like, what the fuck is this?
They're always hacky sacking it.
Neve Campbell wakes up from her beautiful slumber. She looks a little bit different now. She looks a little bit older, even though it's only really been a year, though.
2 years.
2 years. Well, but I mean, like, in terms of, like, filming, it's really only been...
No, yeah. Well, she got a haircut.
She looked kind of, like, just a lot older than what she did in the previous film. And, yeah, she has, like, a short little bob. She's adorable, and she's just, like, so sassy.
Very
and
sad.
That's when you experience the first thing of, like, caller ID being a fucking thing.
Someone calls, it's like, what's your favorite scary movie? And she's like, who is this? And she just reads off the name on the caller ID and the phone number.
Code, whatever, which I thought was pretty impressive.
The penal codes, and this is a felony, or blah, blah. And then, of course, the news is on. Cotton Weary's on the news.
Yes.
He's like, hey, I was innocent. I'm free now. Why do people still not like me?
That's honestly, that was like his whole storyline in this whole movie.
That was his entire arc.
Was
in this movie. I want money. I'm innocent.
People should like me.
Why does everyone still hate me?
I did not rape and murder.
I'm sorry, brutally rape?
I'm sorry, I'm not brutally rape and murder Maureen Prescott. I literally just had sex with her once or twice.
I had some intercourse.
She was a little loose. Who wasn't back in Woodsboro?
That's right.
But I didn't kill nobody.
Exactly.
Everyone should love me. Except for Sidney Prescott's father.
Yeah. They find out about the murders at the theater.
Yes.
And then she's like, where's Randy? And he's being a tool in some movies class. You just talk about movies. There's no like structure or anything.
First of all, that was a very weird. Okay, so we all went, like, you went to college, I went to college, right? I imagine the majority of the listeners, all 6 of you have went to college, or at least maybe have even gone to a fucking college class at one point or whatever.
Just a class.
Just something. I just loved in this film theory class, which they're all sitting in this very weird kind of like
not
circle, not quite a circle, half a circle, and they're just talking about life, imitating art, and you have like Sarah Michelle Gellar.
They're literally talking about the movie Static.
Yes. And then these two murders that happened. You meet Pacey. Well, Pacey, you don't meet him, but Joshua Jackson, I think that's his name.
He's just one of the side characters, right?
Yes, he is Pacey from Dawson's Creek.
Great.
That's when you meet Timothy O'Flant. Mm-hmm. Then you see Jamie Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy's looking like a little bit more like trying to be cool.
He's disgusting.
He inherited the role of being greasy since there was no Billy Loomis.
Yeah, the Loomis grease, like
it went to
shot
Randy.
Off Loomis like a haunted spirit and possessed Randy.
Possessed him real good.
So with this little like mini chin strap beard.
Oh god, that fucking I just literally wrote Randy film class is the worst.
I had Randy equals gross.
I'm glad we're on the same page with this. And in the film class, the whole premise of it is that they were talking about like sequels and just shitty sequels.
They start talking about sequels and they're never like they're totally being so cool, like, hey, this is a sequel. Sequels are always terrible.
Yeah, it's kind of very meta, and like they're just like, I feel like from the jump of it, it's
a little too much.
It was right on the nose, like bad enough to see the movie based off the first one, and now they're literally talking out loud how sequels suck. Like they were already setting it up to fail. At the end of class, that's when you see Sidney just rushing to the door, like, "Where's Randy? We need to talk about this. It's happening all over again."
And the only person that could save me. Randy.
Oh, God damn it. Randy wouldn't be able to get out of a paper bag.
I don't know. They're just yelling about like sequels, and Sidney shows up, and then right when the class ends. It's perfect. It's like the teacher's like, oh, the main character's here. I'll cut class right now.
Yeah, seriously. He was just like, oh, Sidney, you here? Okay, great. All
right, guys. Just talk
I was going to go on for another 40 minutes, but fuck it. We're just going to end class early. Because apparently the college runs on Sidney Prescott.
Everything runs on Sidney.
Which is really funny because...
Even Duncan.
Everything, and actually it's funny because there was a Duncan placeholder there. But yeah, I feel like everybody in this movie was just more like, isn't this so funny that this is all has to do like about you? You're so important.
Yeah.
Why?
Except when time stops whenever Gale and Dewey scene happened. Because those were just like, wow.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Before that, you meet Sidney's new boyfriend.
Oh, yes.
Jerry O'Connell, who is Derek. So my, I guess not complaint, but confusion is her last boyfriend 2 years ago turned out to be a killer. Yeah. Killed her best friend, Nips. Killed multiple other people. Killed her mom.
Oh, yeah.
And then tried to kill her.
And her dad.
Yeah, and her dad. Yeah. And frame her dad also.
Oh, yeah.
And kill him. How is she in college after 2 years? That bitch would need therapy forever.
Bitch is a film major, too. No, I'm sorry. Like an acting or a theater major.
She's a fucking theater major.
I want to be like, what possesses you to what?
Dude, how good is your fucking therapist?
Seriously. Wouldn't you? I mean, if that was me, I first of all would never trust anybody. Yeah. I would probably be living in a padded cell somewhere.
Yeah, you fucking.
I'd be terrified of everybody thinking that they were going to murder me.
Any close commitment. I feel like the only person she'd be able to trust is Randy and Dewey.
Right.
That's it. Everyone else would be like, she made a new best friend. She has new other friends.
Yeah, she literally, like, she is the sociopath. She literally left with nobody with the exception of Randy and Dewey.
Yeah, and she replaced everyone.
Everybody.
In less than 2 years. Like, I get needing to move on and something like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's like...
That's severe. Like, your whole...
extreme.
Like, everybody in your social circle that you used to hang out with and, like, chit-chat and kiki with, they're all fucking dead.
And 2 of them tried to fucking kill you.
Yeah. Like, how do you even have friends?
Forever paranoid or have a knife on you or a gun on you or something.
And she is like, everybody just knows her, likes her. Like, she is, everybody likes her. She's great.
Everyone, except for the people that just stare at her when she walks by, like, that's her. You meet Jerry O'Connell. Yeah. And then they kiss. And Randy is literally like 3.5 inches away from them when they kiss. He's like right here. He's like, guys, I'm still right here. You should get a room. I'm the comic relief in this movie.
Is he?
Oh, God. Oh, technically he is. But
which I don't get.
No.
I don't get.
No.
And it's actually really funny because he's not supposed to even be in this movie.
Yes. So we have a fun bonus story.
Yeah. We went to a horror convention, Monster Mania, a couple years ago. And Jamie Kennedy was one of the people that was there signing autographs or whatever. Like, I forgot how much it was to meet him.
I don't remember because we walked by him and laughed.
I laughed because I was like, there's no way I'm paying you. I think it had to be a lot of money, I think. I think it was something ridiculous.
I think it was a decent amount for an autograph and a photo.
His claim to fame, obviously, is like Jamie Kennedy Experiment. Yep. Malibu's Most Wanted.
Which is a great fucking movie.
And fucking Scream.
And Scream.
Scream 1 and 2. That's it. And 3, actually. But we'll
talk about that shit.
At this horror convention, not only do they sign autographs, some of the celebrities, but some of them actually have panels. And you can ask questions to these celebrities. Anything that you want, of course. I don't think anything's really off limits unless they specifically say, I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah, they can. I mean, I imagine they could say no or shit like that. But
first of all, he dressed in a fucking suit.
He's wearing a suit.
A suit. Like, I don't want to say like
it wasn't a nice suit.
No, but like it was just awkward that he came in a suit.
Yeah.
Considering everybody's like really kind of casual and like
everyone's just like, hey man, I'm meeting a bunch of strangers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take pictures and give you half hugs.
And tell you that I love you too.
And and be weird because it's a weird exchange.
Yeah.
All right.
It is.
That's it. He's wearing some weird suit, like a C tier suit. Yeah. Not even like a B plus or an A tier.
C tier.
C tier. And once the questions came, I got to the point where I was like, I need to know.
Yeah.
So I asked, why did you wear a suit? And then I proceeded to say why like 15 times.
I thought we were actually going to get kicked out.
I was waiting for the guy to take the mic from my hand because I just kept saying,
but why?
Why? And then he just kind of like mumbled, just like, I just wanted to look good, you know? And it was literally only because the girls that were like frothing at the gash because of because of him in Scream 2. Yeah. Because they even asked him, like, what's your favorite line? And then obviously, and it's when he goes, fuck you.
Which is also my favorite line.
Which is a great line. Yeah. But it's like, oh, girls, wow.
But here's the thing, though. So Jamie Kennedy gave us a little backstory on exactly, his role in Scream 2. Actually, he offered it. No one asked him.
He just started rambling.
I think it all stemmed from, like, what is your favorite line that you've ever said? Yeah. He said, fuck you. And then he was like, ha, let me tell you this nugget. Technically, I wasn't supposed to be in Scream 2 because I was supposed to be killed off. But my lawyers got involved, and that's how I ended up in Scream 2. He was so proud of himself.
Apparently, they didn't call him or
They didn't call him. They didn't want him. Probably because nobody wanted to work with him.
But that's funny because all the like the IMDb things, which I know aren't all guaranteed true, but people said Wes Craven liked Jamie Kennedy because he was funny.
Yeah.
From the first one.
Maybe that died off real quick.
Maybe he was like, he's also kind of a ween. But also, I don't know.
Yeah.
It could have been other things. It could have been, maybe I don't want Randy to be in the movie.
Right. Maybe Kevin Williamson was like, you know what? You're like, I just don't feel like writing for you. I don't want to have to be fake
I don't want to
funny.
be meta and shit. So this isn't fucking Deadpool. So let's move on.
And so, yeah, he was very, very proud to say that
he had to lawyer up to get into the second one. Which is why he got killed like 40 minutes in.
Exactly. That's why he died pretty fast. And he died like really stupid how he died.
It was the dumbest death.
Very, very stupid.
So avoidable. I love it.
It actually is funny thinking about it now.
And who killed him too.
Exactly.
Makes it even better.
I know. I'm like, literally, I was just thinking about that. Like, they really, really minimized his role.
Oh, so much that a tiny lady was able to kill him.
Yes, a tiny fucking lady was able to kill him. Because they were like, you want to be in this movie? Okay, well, we'll fix you. We're going to make you look like a bitch.
Oh, we'll make you be in this movie. You're going to look like shit. And you're going to get fucking murdered by a tiny lady.
Can I tell you,
and she has a line at the end that says, I killed Randy.
Exactly. Like, Cole Cock, like, I killed him. Not Mickey, not Timothy O'Flint.
Not the
God
fucking
over there.
Muscular guy. Fucking tight.
I murdered him.
This tiny fucking lady.
I dragged his fucking ass into, even though he's literally like 6 foot something.
Yeah.
And she's like literally 5'4".
She's 4 foot.
She dragged him and killed him.
She pulled him into a news van, fought him, and murdered him.
Oh, so good. So good.
Ugh.
So it actually makes me laugh now.
Yeah, I love it. And then he also rambled about like Jennifer Love Hewitt and shit like that.
And yeah, he was like really inappropriate.
He sounded really sad.
Yeah, like I feel like his best days are really
long gone
behind him. And he really focused on Jennifer Love Hewitt and her amazing breast. Yeah. And I was like, I remember being like, I kind of like half laughed because I was like, I thought he was joking.
The first time he said it, it was like, oh, that's kind of funny.
But then when he kept repeating.
And then he said it more than once, and we're like, all right.
I was like, oh, you're fucking weird. Okay. And it's sad because like when I first saw Scream, like I had the biggest crush on Randy. Like I always loved the dweeb in the movies.
That and his character was great in the first one.
Yeah, I loved him in the first one. He's fucking great. The second one, it was like, he was kind of like really like,
he was obviously a background character.
Yes. Like they were trying to capture his comic relief that he had in the first one.
Exact copy.
And it just didn't happen.
Yeah. It's like they edited him late, and Williamson's like, yeah, we'll just recycle shit from the first one and throw him in there, and we'll kill him at minute 41.
Not gonna give a fuck about it.
And it's gonna be awesome.
And it was awesome.
And that's what happened.
Bye, Jamie. But actually, I mean, we're kind of jumping around, but
it's fine.
Before you even murder him, that's when you see Gale Weathers again. Yeah. This time she has
you see Gale.
The same kind of haircut, actually, almost as Sidney, except with red streaks, so like chunky red streaks.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Just walking around owning the place.
Oh my God, she loved it. Yeah. With the little gold buttons and shit like that. You meet her new cameraman, Joel.
Yeah, I think so.
And then you meet Laurie Metcalf's character, Debbie Salt.
Debbie Salt.
Who is very complimentary to Gale Weathers, being like, oh my God, I fucking love you.
My favorite, inspiration.
You're great. And then Gale Weathers being like too big for her own britches.
Such a bitch.
Being like, you know, your fucking pathetic attempts to be nice to me, go fuck yourself. I'm here for the story.
I'm here for money.
Which I wrote in my notes, like, is she a celebrity? Because even at the press conference that the town sheriff said, talking about these murders, she was just like, Gale Weathers here, author of the Woodsboro murder.
Not even that. She interrupts him right after saying, hi, I'm the chief of fucking police for this town. And she's like, Gale Weathers here. I'll take it from here, motherfucker.
Yeah.
She cuts the chief of police off.
I know.
And he just lets it happen. He's like, not like, bitch, I'll let you know when it's time for you to talk.
No.
She just takes it over, plugs her fucking book, and then starts grilling him.
Every chance she gets, she plugs her book.
Oh my God, yes. When she steals the phone from the one kid.
Gale Weathers, also the You're like, are you fucking... I love when the person on the other line was like, what? Who the fuck are you? Like, what?
Like, don't you read?
She has the biggest ego ever.
I know. for like 70% of the movie.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
And then she gets brought back to reality.
Now, what I found interesting is that, in the beginning, they kind of showed Cotton weary, whatever, like on interviews and stuff like that. So during this press conference, it kind of goes into the background. Nobody really talks about it. You don't really hear anything about it other than Gail just announcing who she is.
Yep, the most important part.
Sidney turns around and just finds this man just randomly walking around her campus, and it happens to be Dewey.
Like a lost puppy. He looks so lost in that scene that they show him. He's like, oh, where am I?
He looks like a fucking dad at like a fucking Backstreet Boys concert. Like just so like awkward.
I don't even know why I'm here, but I love my daughter. God!
With his fucking Parker, just like he has like that little whatever brown Parker on, and he's just like, I don't know why I'm here. He was just walking around in a circle.
So lost.
Didn't even go anywhere.
He was just stuck by that tree.
Yeah, like
and then she runs over. She's like, oh my God, dude.
This is what I was confused about his character.
Yes.
Because he is out of work police officer because of what happened 2 years ago.
Yeah, apparently they did mention like he had like nerve damage.
Right. He's no longer a police officer.
Yeah, because he can't like use his left hand.
Right. His actual hand is in the shape of like a finger gun.
Yeah, he's finger gunning the whole movie. And running around like, oh, Sidney, I'll get you.
I don't mean to laugh at people who have nerve damage or whatever, but it's just kind of funny.
Just the way Arquette portrayed it, it just looked really stupid.
And as someone who apparently was like a cop and then had to stop being a cop, but now is constantly reminded by their nerve damage, like they're holding a gun the whole time, that's pretty fucking funny.
I know.
I don't think that was intentional. I think that was probably something that David Arquette was like, you know what?
It was.
So people know that I was the cop in the first one.
It was an acting choice.
It was. By the way, I think multiple days passed when he was there, and I don't think he ever changed his outfit. He did not change outfits. Did he live in his car?
I don't think he has a home.
It would explain his haircut.
I'm thinking the outfit he had on and that tree he was walking around is where he was.
He somehow climbs like a
That's
fucking
his stump.
elf.
He's just like, he climbs up it and he has a little like perch up there that he made.
Honestly, it makes so much sense now.
It does.
They get to talking and you find out, that he's always just, been really protective of Sid from afar, even though she's like she's in college living her best life.
Own life.
Got a whole new group of friends. Doesn't even talk about Tatum or anybody. Nope. And she's an actress. She's a lead in a play. A lead. And Dewey's just holding on to these Woodsboro murders.
He says like, oh, hey, Sidney, there's a copycat killer going on. You should be careful. And she's like, no shit, idiot.
Yeah.
That's like literally the first thing. It's not like, how you been? Oh, wow. How the kids? How's your homeless situation going?
How's the tree? No, nothing.
No, immediately jump right into it. It's like, no.
No, it was so stupid. For Sid, the whole movie was just like, I just want people to start treating me like an adult, okay? I've gone through everything, and I'm here. Hear me roar. Like, I felt like that was her whole thing.
It's kind of like the same thing as Cotton.
Oh, yeah, except Cotton was like more of like a money.
Constantly like, hey, guys.
Just like me.
Right. Price for my stories.
Well, that was the thing. Cotton wanted to be like Sidney. Just wanted to not be a victim.
Yeah,
and she just really wanted to be an actress in a shitty theater production of some fucking weird. We'll get into that in a second.
Oh my God.
But whatever. Anyway, so they talk, they leave, and then that's when she meets up with Gail.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Oh my God, Gail, like very nice. Like, oh hey, like I like your chunky streaks."
Gail fucking surprises her with Cotton.
I love that. First of all, Cotton is like 7'3".
Oh my God, he's huge.
Gail Weathers is 4'11". How did she not see it? Did you like notice how
the way they had to frame it?
Yes,
like, the camera
he literally was like bending behind her, and I just imagine this giant man bending behind her, like, does she see me?
She's like, okay, crouch until I tell her, okay. And then he's just like, okay, I'll crouch and stand sideways so you can't see me.
I know.
No, he's huge.
And he's just like, hey. And she's just like,
She's like, Cotton, what's up?
It was so strange.
And then she fucking backhands Gail.
Yes.
Backhand.
And the whole reason for that is apparently Gail promised Cotton Weary that he would have his chances to talk to Sidney and again clear the air so that he could be known as like the number one bachelor.
Guy,
everybody loves him. Guy. He's a good guy.
Everyone watch him flex. He's wearing a black tee.
He's doing his thing. Everyone loves him.
It's great.
That didn't happen.
Not even a little.
Gail gets backhanded, and then Cotton's like, you didn't even tell her, bro? Like, come on. And that's pretty much what's going on.
Yeah, that's that. What happens next? CC's Pizza? Oh no, then Dewey talks to Gail about the book, how like she described him as some bumbling idiot, which he was. He totally got stabbed, which totally happened.
Yes.
And he's all sad and disappointed, and she's like, yeah.
She was trying to fuck him the whole time.
I know.
She was just like, why don't you smile for me? Like, she was actually sexually harassing him.
I know, and he was just like, you think I'm a dummy, okay?
She's like, why don't you just smile?
Why don't you just take your pants off and smile? Why don't you do that upside down thing I like?
Yeah, no.
No,
there was
nothing.
there was no
Zero.
upside down thing. So
no.
it was nothing.
Not until later.
Oh, that weird Spider-Man kiss. I can't.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No. They break away, and then you kind of move into the next thing where I guess the next notable kill would be poor Sarah Michelle Gellar, CC Pizza, dies in a fraternity house.
She's in a fucking fraternity house by herself.
Which, by the way, did you know
sober sister?
The other girl that was in that house was from Vegas Vacation? That was the daughter, I think.
Oh, that really? That was the hilarious.
Audrey.
Mm-hmm. That was who played Audrey? Mm-hmm. Why would you know this?
First of all, I love Vegas Vacation because I love Ethan Embry.
I've seen that like 4. I don't remember that one.
I've seen that like 100 times because of my love for Ethan Embry.
Because of Ethan, yeah.
Ethan Embry is amazing.
Great.
Ethan, if you're listening.
Ethan, if you'd like to come on, we'd love to talk to you.
We'd love to talk
By we, I mean just me, and Teresa's not allowed.
I did meet him once. It was
a very nice guy.
It was a very, he was very nice.
He was so nice.
He really was.
He still looks good.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. I was literally purple.
You were so fucking. You painted your face with that shit so you didn't show through.
Oh my god, I was just like, I need to have so much foundation on because I'm sweating my ass off.
You were, and afterwards you're like, oh my god, I need air.
But that's another story for another day. So poor CC Pizza, she is a sober sister chilling in a giant house by herself.
Gets the phone call.
The dreaded phone call.
And then he literally says, do you want to die tonight?
It was very straightforward.
Like, after 2 questions. Who is this? Do you want to die tonight?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I think he was like kind of flirting with her.
There was a little toying, but not as much as usual.
No, it's just like, come on, do you want me to be your boyfriend?
Yeah, got straight to the point.
Yeah.
And then she starts hearing noises upstairs, and she's just like, shit! Do you want to watch SMG drop all the shit bombs?
It's pretty funny.
This is the scene to watch. She says shit like 8 times.
It could have been avoided.
Oh, absolutely. Easily. If she hung up the phone and fucking ran.
Right. What made me laugh, though, is that when she hears all the noises, it happens to be like her sorority sister. Yeah. And fucking their front door is wide open. And you just see Ghostface just literally jaunt in like, hey, and then runs past
He might as well do like a fucking backflip in through the window and just be like, yeah, and then just creep to the side.
Absolutely.
It was hilarious.
What killed me was she's talking to the friend. The phone rings again. The friend literally takes the phone from her. And then it's obviously the Ghostface guy. And she's like, oh, here you go, Cece. It's your boyfriend, Ted. And she's like, hi. And then I guess I think he repeated the last thing that she said. The sorority sister, like, oh, make sure you like hit the alarm or lock up or something like that.
He said it's not Ted. And then she goes, and then he says, make sure you get the alarm.
Yes. In that case, your sorority sister left the house 2 minutes prior.
Yeah,
not even.
Yeah, less than that.
Why wouldn't you hang up the phone, open the door, hoof it to your fucking sister, and be like, yo, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Instead, you close the door, get like further and deeper into this house, and I don't know. Like, to me, it makes no fucking sense.
No,
like, it could have been. She could have said something.
Absolutely, she had multiple choices.
Yeah.
When she could have escaped and been fine.
Right.
But she chose to stay in the house
and
then go deeper into the house.
Right, because since she hears shit more.
She goes in and then the phone rings again. Yeah. And then he jumps out. And then she runs upstairs.
I gotta say,
and then
she
up the second stairs.
Yeah, there was like 3 flights of fucking stairs she ran up.
There's the potted plant story, bicycle, where she rolls it down the stairs. Mm-hmm. And then she gets fucking thrown through a window, stabbed twice. And then the killer picks her up like she's just a fucking ream of loose leaf. And throws her off the fucking balcony.
Well, that definitely was, I feel like, Mickey died.
Oh, no, that had to be Mickey.
Had to. It was kind of amazing how fast she died.
She got killed so fast.
It was like she was only there for half the day, and they're like, fuck, we really need to maximize your time.
Yeah.
We're going to throw you through this glass window. After she is murdered, it then jumps to where Sidney is, who apparently is like across the campus at another fraternity where she's like having a martini mixer because her roommate, best friend, I think her name was Elise.
I have no idea.
Or new best friend, new Tatum. I think her name is Elise.
I think it's Tatum 2.
Tatum 2. I literally was Tatum 2. She wanted her to join the sorority, but they were there for the martini mixer, and so whatever. And the whole reason why they wanted to bring her there is because Sidney's boyfriend happens to be like a fraternity brother at a fraternity that apparently, I guess they scissor each other. I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
But they just wanted to keep it in the family, which sounds really fucking
dirty,
incestuous. I was like, ew, all right.
This is a Scream movie, not Pornhub.
I know, like this sounds like elitism at its best, I guess. So they're at this party, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, like the house across campus,
there's
like something
everywhere.
fucking happened. Let's all go check out. So Jerry O'Connell's like, all right, babe, let's go. Like, grab your coat. A lot of this movie, I also feel like is circled around her and her jackets.
Well, I think the whole saga is focused around
She had a jean jacket dream.
Killing it.
Which was amazing. This one, she started with this blue crushed velvet jacket.
It wasn't working.
It wasn't working. She ends in a leather jacket. It looked way better.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic.
So she goes inside the house. She's trying to get her blue crushed velvet jacket. And the phone rings. Mm-hmm. Instead of just walking away.
Not
her house. It's not her house.
Yeah.
It's not her house. So, like, she literally, like, walks away.
She gets to the door. Jerry O'Connell's like, come on. Fucking,
she's like, hold on.
He's already outside. And she's just like, it's my duty to answer phones.
Yeah. Ahoy, hoy. And then when she turns around and she just hears like, hey, Sidney. Like, just obviously someone that's like in the house.
Yeah. And then she's like, well, show your fucking face. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then fucking chase scene action. Go.
Yeah. Chase scene happens. She winds up getting out of the house. The house is fucking huge, by the way.
Yeah, gigantic. Jerry O'Connell's like, oh, I'm going to beat him up. Yeah. Runs in, gets cut.
Well, we don't know what happens at first because he runs in, we don't know. And then Dewey just hobbles in like Quasimodo.
Oh my God. He's like, Esmeralda! And runs in, and then
how is he
Jerry
gonna do
O'Connell's
anything?
On the floor. What?
How is Dewey going to do anything? He has nerve damage and a finger gun.
I keep forgetting about that finger gun, man. It kills me.
Finger gun. He has no knife, and he is hobbling.
He is hobbling.
So, I mean, I understand that he probably thinks that, like, he can protect these people.
Yeah.
But you have a finger gun.
And he doesn't have a real gun.
No,
okay?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck?
In said finger gun is not an actual gun.
No, unless it's shot lasers, which it doesn't. He fucking runs into Jerry O'Connell, who happens to be, like, first on the floor, kind of, like, scared. Like,
bleeding everywhere. Well, there's a huge slice in his arm.
I know. Like, you could literally see bone.
Yeah.
It was pretty gross.
Definitely could.
He gets cut up, and then that's when Sidney's like, what? Like the killer's not there.
What's going on? She's all, like, tearing up, and then Dewey's just standing in the doorway, just, like, shaking his head, like, no.
Yeah, he's like, not again. I just don't understand. I don't get it. Also, this is where I guess I get confused about Dewey's character, is that it now cuts to a scene where they're in the hospital.
Oh my
Everyone's
God.
getting checked out. Everyone's getting questioned.
Yeah.
And Dewey's just standing there.
Dewey's just chilling there with the cops.
And he's just like, yeah, like, I used to be a cop. Like, I know what protocol is.
Like, Woodsboro, I was the deputy doofus, okay?
Right. They didn't even let me have a gun. I had a taser gun. Like, it's something stupid.
And it was made out of candy.
It was like it shoots the little fucking plastic candy discs.
It was like a Pez. It's like, freeze!
It wouldn't, like, it doesn't kill you, but it hurts, though.
It's like, oh, that stings a little bit. So he's just there, and they're fucking grilling Jerry O'Connell. And Jerry O'Connell's being super fucking awkward.
He's like,
the doctor's like, oh, lucky you didn't hit any nerves. And he's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then Dewey's just like, yeah, like, isn't it?
Oh, it's convenient.
Because you can have this finger gun.
Because you're obviously the killer, boyfriend, already done. Boyfriend, killer.
That's literally what he was doing the whole time. And the police were like, you're fucking right.
And they're like, oh, so it is you, isn't it, Billy Loomis? Now it's fucking you, Jerry O'Connell. How about that, you piece of shit?
Jerry O. Loomis. It was so, like, and that's what I just kept writing down. Like, is Dewey a part of the police? Like,
yeah, because he's
why?
He's like guarding the door.
Yeah.
He never has a badge. He never has a gun or any sort of weapon or even a wallet that we see.
No. And, you know, throughout this whole time, though, what was also kind of amazing as well is that you kind of get these cuts of, like, Debbie Salt with Gail Weathers and then
just other reporters.
Even Mickey. And Mickey is one of Sid's new best friends now. Yeah. And he even says to her, like, yeah, like, surprised you didn't die too. Like, just very, like, so on the nose. I kept writing, like, what the killer's just, it's so meta, like, keep just dropping hints that, like, yeah, you should have died and it just didn't happen. Like, Butterfingers.
Both killers dropping huge hints.
Yeah. Literally huge.
All they do. And the entire movie. And they just kind of, like, look at the camera like Jim Halpert shrug, like,
the whole time. And I was like, how did this movie even get fucking made? Like, who approved the script?
Next is the worst scene in the movie.
What's that?
When Jerry O'Connell sings to Sidney.
Yeah, stupid song number.
I wrote in all caps with my hand, the worst scene in the movie. Jerry O'Connell sings is awful. I hate it.
I just wrote underneath it, why? And so what we're referring to is that, after the whole hospital thing and Jerry O'Connell, Jerry O. Loomis dying and shit like that, almost dying.
He's sad because she's starting to blame him.
Yeah,
and push away from him.
And he doesn't want that.
No, he doesn't want that.
Instead, he sings, what was it, Partridge Family song? I think I love you. In front of a whole cafeteria and in front of everybody.
They immediately are like, hell yeah, I'm going to clap.
Yes.
I'm going to fucking high five you.
What college experience? I've never had a college experience like that.
No, if someone started singing, I'd be like, hey, asshole, shut
the
up.
Fuck up.
I'm trying to eat my shitty food, so I can go back to my shitty class and continue my shitty existence.
Also, before the song even happened, you get introduced to her new bodyguard, Sidney's bodyguards, which are two older
detectives. And apparently one's gay, which is something she has to say.
One's a Gemini, and he's gay.
The other one's married.
I was like, ooh, topical.
It's like, why? Not necessary at all.
I guess back in 1997.
Necessary?
It was necessary. I was like, oh, that's weird. All right. Oh, my favorite part.
Next up, we have Randy fucking is talking with Dewey, sharing ice creams. Oh, that I imagine Randy bought because Dewey doesn't have money or a wallet.
Because he's wearing the same fucking outfit, all right? And this is where you get to hear, actually, even before that, they show you a little sneak peek of Stab, which you see now Tori Spelling, which I thought was funny.
Which is Sidney Prescott, because she auditioned.
Right.
And love it.
Yes.
And it's our favorite scene from the first one, where Billy is like, oh, your mom died. My mom left me. Why don't you just get over it, you big idiot? And it's fucking Luke Wilson.
Oh, he looks so good as that.
It's fucking amazing.
He looks so good.
I want to watch that cut of that movie.
Yes, that's how I feel too. I completely agree. I want to see that version of Stab.
They said Schwimmer was Dewey.
Yes. It was a lot of Friends references.
Yeah, filled with fucking Friends references.
And apparently Randy, whoever played Randy was some nobody that was in Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman.
Yeah.
And again, furthering the fact that he should have never been in this fucking movie. It was just how many times did they say to him, you're not supposed to be here, pal. We're going to fucking make you look like a bitch.
Don't worry, you're going to get killed in 12 minutes anyway.
But this is where you find out the rules for...
The new rules.
The new horror movie rules. Which
the third one gets cut off.
Yeah, I know, because I only have two. I
actually have it on my phone. I will share it.
Body count is bigger. Oh, you actually have word for word?
So read them out.
So the first one was the body count is bigger, and the second one is more blood and more gore.
Third rule to surviving a sequel. It was cut from the movie, but it did appear in the trailer. And number 3, never, ever, under any circumstance, assume that the killer is dead. But they cut it after never, ever, and then something happened.
Oh, shit. Okay, That's interesting. Okay. Then it cuts back to Sidney, who you find out she's an actress. She's an acting major. She's going to be the star in this fucking college play that her college professor, Gus, who just looked like he's one bottle away from alcoholism.
Oh, he's there. He's right there. One bottle away. And that bottle is right under his seat. Fucking Oprah
he's
style.
Just like, oh, God. He's like, this is all I have to live for. Glug, 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 glug. And he's literally convincing her because she's like, hey, Gus, baby doll, sweetie, I can't do the play because people are getting murdered and there's a killer that's after me. And he's just like, no, you fucking need to be in this. You are the star. Don't ever let someone take your stardom away. Or
you
whatever
are a
bullshit.
Fighter. Some other bullshit. And she
stroked her ego enough.
Inspired, yeah.
That she was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. I'm going to be in this play.
Because I am a fighter.
I am a fighter. And then you find out that this play, it's this really weird scene where I forgot even the name of the play or what exactly it is, but
she's like, Troy has fallen. Yeah.
And she is she's overacting. It's terrible. And there's just a bunch of her classmates around her in masks.
With knives. Which is something she would not ever be able to be around. She would have fucking Vietnam flashbacks to be on the floor shaking.
That's why I don't understand, literally the night before, or maybe 2 nights before, she almost gets murdered in a sorority house.
That's without that shit happening.
I know.
And then add that literally days before.
Yes.
Fucking SMG, Cece's Pizza.
She's dead.
Gets fucking murdered.
And then she almost gets murdered,
And
Sidney.
then she got attacked too. Fucking JOC got attacked. Got sliced up in his arm.
Yes.
And she's fine. She's okay. There's thunder. There's really bad effects.
Well, I think she was trying to be like, yeah, I shouldn't do it. But just kidding. I love being the star.
I love everyone looking at me.
She's a fucking sociopathic bitch, I feel like.
And then during this crazy, like, dance, thunderstorm, knife number, someone just appears in the ghost face mask. And you're kind of like, I don't know if that's real.
I didn't know if it was real.
But at the end, like, she gets, like, face-to-face with him with the real knife and the ghost face mask, and she screams, falls on the floor, and then you actually see the person kind of walk around someone else and walk off frame. So you see that person walk away.
Oh, okay.
So it had to be, what's-his-face?
Timothy O'Flant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had to be Oli, just because he has access. He's, like, the film boy.
Yeah.
So he probably access to all the film shit, knows where stuff is, the costumes.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking bounces.
Yeah.
But no one in the audience notices that there's someone with the fucking scream mask.
No, they were captivated by her performance, her mediocre performance of her screaming.
It was just her
the fall of Troy.
Because she was panicking, so she was just fucking rolling around on the floor.
Everybody loved her. But
then she goes backstage. Jerry O'Connor goes to pick her up. The cops are just going to take her somewhere else.
Well, actually, you know what I wrote down in my thing? Okay. I wrote, acting is her major question mark, and then I wrote Gozer.
What?
Gozer. Because her outfit.
Oh, yes,
she looked like Gozer from fucking Ghostbusters, because it was like, her hair was like black. I mean, her hair's short, so it was like they couldn't do much. But she was like in this really weird red flowing number.
With this fucking...
It looked like Sigourney Weaver from fucking Ghostbusters, so I just wrote Gozer. All right, that's interesting.
The Keymaster, bro.
Oh, next one I wrote, bye bye Jamie. Jamie gets brutally murdered.
Oh, yeah. Next scene is Scene of Dreams. Love it. They're all sitting together. The cameraman walks away to go get some Dunkin' Donuts, which is promptly shown.
I know. Spawn, not Spawn.
Right before JC gets killed. Yeah. Well, they show his dead body. And then they're all sitting there. They call. Randy answers the phone.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, he's being watched right now.
Yeah.
Hey, let's split up Scooby-Doo style, bro.
Yeah.
And Randy's just walking around on the phone yelling. And Dewey and Gail are fucking tackling people, stealing the phones.
What I don't understand, it could have been avoided if he just sat where he was sitting.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he had to worry about people coming around him. His back was to a tree. Instead, he's just walking around.
Running around.
Just yelling on the phone about how Stu was a bitch and Billy was a pansy-ass mama's boy.
Yes.
And that's when...
Actually,
before that's when fucking Gail just keeps plugging herself.
She steals the phone and just plugs. But then Randy gets murdered. Thank God.
It was amazing. I was happy that he got murdered by a little woman.
Oh my God.
That made me very, very happy.
The best. Next is a library scene.
Yeah, the library scene...
magical instant message.
Well, I mean, it's also 1997. So, like, you have to remember that, like... that screen that they showed is, was like a big deal.
No, I get that, but it's like...
It was just like, press Alt-M for messaging. I was like, what the fuck is that? And it was like a huge instant message that was like, I'm gonna kill you. Police can't help you. Yeah. Like, you're dead, bitch.
So then the police run up, because she, like, flips out, which is, like, her MO. And they're like...
It's all about her.
They're like, hey, you, person who's in danger, go stand over in this corner.
In a corner where there's nobody around.
We're gonna go run the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Bye. And then Cotton fucking pulls around the corner and yanks her in.
By the way, he's been stalking that campus for days now.
Yeah. Why is that adult that was convicted,
He just wants to be
charges
loved.
were dropped, obviously. So he starts screaming at her like, I need money. I want to go on a...
Diane Sawyer's called me.
And we'll do it. $10,000. Yes. They'll give us the full hour only if you go with me.
Yeah, just come.
So he needs the money. He needs the fame. And she's like, no.
Right. And he just flips out on
And he
her.
starts screaming at her.
He doesn't get aggressive. Like, he doesn't punch her, but he's just like...
But he starts like...
Fucking typical of you, bitch. Yeah, like, you put me to jail.
Always playing the victim.
Yeah.
He starts yelling, and then the police, like, go up him, start feeling him up.
He just had really bad timing with that.
Really bad.
I literally wrote bad timing.
She wrote bad timing during murders.
Literally everyone around her is like, she got attacked. Things are happening for her that are not good. She literally almost dies every day since the killer has like showed up. And he picks this time to be like, hey, by the way, I really would love for you to do this interview with Diane Sawyers with me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? No. So then it kind of like, the movie kind of drags a little bit.
Cuts back to them at the police station. Dewey and fucking Sidney are just chilling. just sitting on a desk for some reason while the
listening
cops are grilling
to Cotton Weary.
Cotton, and it's like, why? Just go.
I know.
But then they let Cotton go because obviously he didn't do anything. Dewey and fucking Gail leave, and Gail's cameraman quits on the spot, gives her all the footage, and they're like, I feel really bad.
Yeah.
And that's when Dewey starts to, like, believe her.
Actually, to even back it up, though, you find out that the police are like, hey, Sidney, we're going to put you in police custody. Who the best friend looks so excited.
Oh, my God. She was
she's like, a vacation? Okay.
I love it.
Like, and it's not like they were going to take him to Cancun. They were literally going to drop him off by, like, the Ramada at the airport. Like, they weren't going to go anywhere fun.
You got to go to the Ramada.
But I guess it's better than whatever fucking small town this is in. Fine. They were doing that, and then that's when Gail Weathers admits to Dewey, like, I fucked up.
I'm really
fucked up everything. I fucked up our love. I fucked up fucking Sidney. Fucking mom's dead. Like, ugh.
What she said was, I feel really bad.
Yeah, I never feel bad.
I never feel bad.
And so that means I feel bad.
That means it means something, because it's me and I'm
I was like, wow, could you be any more of a cunt right now?
Can you have a better line to prove that you actually feel like shit?
And that's when...
And then Dewey's like fully torch for her again.
Yes, because he's like, oh my God, all I needed you to say is that I feel bad. I will put it in you right now with my finger gun.
Yeah.
Because you feel bad.
So then they're like running to find a VCR to play the tapes.
Yeah,
they think that someone, like the person will be on the scene.
Yeah, they assumed.
Yeah.
They assumed.
And then they find this fucking...
This classroom was the only thing that was open.
With a ton of stairs.
Which is really sad for him because he can't really walk
He struggles to just go down the stairs normally.
Yeah, he looks like Quasimodo in a bell tower. Like, it's very, very strange. They go to the bottom. There's 2 TVs there, but they start going through the tapes and playing the first one, but, like, they kind of, like, their hands brush.
Yeah.
They're like, getting all sexy.
And
they're sweaty.
It's like the quickest that they've gone from I don't like you to
like, fuck
I
me.
need you to sit on my face right now. In any movie ever.
He literally, like, she just jumps on a desk. He's like fucking like about to fuck her. And it was just really...
Yeah.
No. He was on the desk and she got on top of him.
Yeah.
Because that's when the other TV in the room goes off.
Because the Ghostface can control it from the camera that's up top.
Apparently
like a movie theater.
Apparently so.
And then plays capture of the victims talking before they got killed.
Yes.
And you're like, oh no. And then Dewey's
I love how she's like, it's not my footage.
Yeah. I didn't record this. And Dewey's like, I got this. And he fucking struggles up the stairs.
Well, they see Ghostface in the little, like in the little film projection, like, hey.
He's like, hey guys.
And then runs away. My favorite though, besides him running up the stairs, like hobbling up the stairs, is when he gets into the room and he looks at all the corners of the room.
Oh my God, they literally did a full pan circle right back to his face.
And he's like, there's nobody here. The room couldn't be more than 3 feet long.
He could have peeked into the room and been like, it's empty. All right, let me go back to Gail. No, scissor time. Ghostface somehow behind the desk where Gail was.
Yeah.
And then starts going after her. And he, going downstairs
too excited,
fucking falls down the stairs, starts rolling
Finger guns could not save him.
No, they can't. Oh. And then, so it's chase scene through all the film stuff with Gail, and she's like so good at the timing.
Oh, incredibly good at timing.
She goes right when he like looks away, and it's like, okay. Then they end up in this one back booth. She blocks herself in, and then Dewey regains conch. Gets back up, starts coming after her.
Took him 25 minutes, but he was there, though.
He's persistent. He's got a little head wound, some blood up there.
He figured it out.
Yeah, he's getting there. And then he's like banging on the door, and she can't hear. Ghostface starts...
soundproof booth, my friend.
Ghostface starts fucking stabbing him up. He finds a mic and goes...
Literally, like a bird. And she's like, oh,
she
no!
Jumps, and then he, thrown against the window, just spits blood all over it. And she's like, oh, no, I'm so sad because I loved you from like 8 seconds ago.
I could give 2 fucks about you, but because I feel bad and I wanted to fuck you, now I can't fuck you.
4 minutes ago, didn't give a fuck about you. 3 minutes ago, I want to be on your face.
Poor Dewey.
Yeah. So
Dewey's like gone.
Ghostface goes back to the room Gail's in, and then she puts a thing in front of it.
Oh yeah, a little
They
stand.
do the thing where they like reach their arm through with a knife
and just flail
for like 20 seconds, and then they run away.
Like why the killer always does that?
How is that a tactic? Is that effective?
Gail was at least 20 feet away from the door.
She was all the way across the room on the floor.
It's like, I'm going to show you.
Look, come here. I'll take care of you. Just walk into my knife.
It's so stupid. But then she hides in the corner because she's like, he's going to kill me. She closes her eyes. He goes away. At the same time this is going on, apparently like hours have passed by. And Sidney finally gets one bag.
Oh.
Like a tiny little duffel bag.
One duffel bag.
And her best friend, who is so eager to get on this fucking vacation. And the cops are like, all right, guys, get in the car. You say goodbye to your boyfriend, whatever.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
They drive off, and that's when Jerry O'Connell gets taken
abducted
by his fraternity brothers. And it was the only reason why is because during that big song number, what we failed to mention is that he gave Sidney his Greek letters, which apparently is a thing. Like that you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
But you are supposed to. Like you're supposed to give it to your girlfriend, but you really shouldn't because it's a pledge to your brotherhood or some bullshit.
So they literally take him to the stage.
Yeah. Tie him up
really
get him
well.
Drunk.
Like he's not getting out of this.
No.
And then just splash beer in his face.
Yeah, and then I couldn't tell if they were carving into his flesh or if that was lipstick.
No. Because at the end, when you see him there, it looks like smeared on.
Okay.
Because if it was blood, it would have been like deeper red.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck does
Yeah, it was still fucking weird though. And they left him there.
They left him there.
What's up with that?
I don't even know.
But they literally left him with her to die.
Yeah. But now he's, getting shit-faced or whatever. They're pouring ice on his dick. They're doing everything. And they're like, who do you love? And he's like, Sidney. Like,
and
like, so weird.
Don't you mean you love your fraternity brothers?
I know. I was like, ew.
They're just literally throwing beer in his face.
It's like they got uncomfortable that he pledged his love to a girl and he wanted to pledge
You're not allowed to love girls. You're allowed
supposed to love your brothers.
With both hands.
Fucking weird.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
So while that goes on...
Cuts back to Sidney.
Back to Sidney in a car.
With the two detectives.
They're in a town square.
Yeah.
And I don't understand.
There's nobody out. There's 0 cars.
No, it's like
people.
It's a ghost town. It's like a poltergeist
town. They did the curfew. But it was only for the colleges.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They were out of the college. They were like
dorms,
downtown.
Yeah, the dorms had a curfew for nighttime.
Yeah.
But they didn't do it for the whole town like in the first one.
No, not at all. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Nobody was out.
Nobody.
And then the Ghostface, while they're at a red light, which by the way, I'd be like, you are a cop car.
Pay the fuck attention.
You're a cop car. You could blow through the fucking red light.
That and
they always do it.
It's a cop car. Ghostface walks up, punches a hole right through the fucking window.
I know. I was like, come on.
Murders one of the detectives.
Come on.
Immediately.
Come on.
No effort.
No effort.
The other guy gets out, he kicks him, gets in front of the car. And then he fucking stands up in front of the car. Ghostface sits, gets behind the wheel, and he's just like, stop it. Dude, Ghostface just murdered your partner.
Yeah.
And you're gonna say, like, freeze?
Yeah.
Just fucking light him
I would be
up.
lighting him up in the car. Lighting him the fuck up.
Absolutely.
But no, he didn't do that. Instead, he gets hit with the car, the cop, and then he's on top of the hood for about 2 minutes, being like, what?
Oh.
What? And then
he gets fucking Final Destination killed.
Ultimately at a fucking construction site or something. I was like, hey, where the fuck are you?
Poles just right through his fucking skull.
That was surprising, the pole in the head, because I was, when you said Final Destination kill, I was like, damn, like that was probably the worst kill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like graphic, considering this whole movie. And even, Cece Pizza's death was pretty bad because he threw her through fucking glass and then stabbed her and then threw her off a fucking balcony. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah. And this was actually worse though.
No,
like having a pipe in your fucking head.
Right through your skull.
Ugh.
Dumbest scenes in the movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is dumb.
They have to pull back, like, the grate in the car.
Because they realize that they can't get out.
Because, like, the pipe went through it so they can pull it. They have to crawl over Ghostface to get out of the car.
Yeah, crawl into the passenger seat to then crawl over the driver's seat to get out of the window.
Yes, to then exit the car. So, any rational person would just start fucking up Ghostface.
That's what I would do.
Apparently passed out.
I would try to see where that knife was.
Yeah, do something. Throw punches, take the mask off, and then just push the body out of the car. And you're like, hey, you're good. Thanks, guys.
Something.
Great job. Like, oh, it was Mickey. Wow.
No, you don't see any of that.
No.
Instead, it's like this weird...
slow scene of, like, hesitation.
Yeah, of her getting out of the car.
Ugh.
And then Elise has to follow suit to get out of the car, too.
Yeah.
And when she has ample time, Sidney, after she gets Elise out of the car, to pull the mask off, she doesn't do it.
Nope.
They run to the corner, and then she's like, fuck it, I'm going to go do it because I want to know who the fuck is fucking with me, which I'm surprised because I thought that would be the first thing that she would do.
Yeah, how would you not do that immediately?
Considering this is the Sidney Prescott show.
Considering this is the second time this has fucking happened.
I know. You would want to be like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? This is bullshit.
She would pack heat after the first time.
Thank you. No, nothing. She runs back. He's not there anymore. Ghostface is not there. Where is he?
God.
He appears out of the construction site or the wall or whatever,
at the corner where her
stabs
friend was.
Stabs Tatum too.
Murdered.
Dead. And there you go. That's it.
So avoidable.
And she runs away. And where does she run back to? The fucking school.
Theater.
The theater! That's what I don't get. And I don't know why she runs to the theater.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
What doesn't make sense is also Killer A starts like turning music on and cueing the effects.
Yeah.
And then she comes down after a bit. So she cues that up and then goes outside because then she runs into Gale, which doesn't make sense. Or does Mickey get there that fast, start turning that shit on, and then Mickey's there?
I guess. I don't really know because
it doesn't, either one doesn't make sense.
Because Gale eventually comes out of the booth, runs into Cotton Weary. Cotton Weary's covered in blood.
Yeah. She's like, I found Dewey. He's all like deadsies and
she's
bleeding.
Like, no. And I'm like, okay. You didn't even hear him out. All right, fine. And then she runs outside and she like, Debbie Salt is casually on the phone.
On the payphone.
On a payphone in the middle of a campus and on a curfew.
Yelling about the curfew.
What the fuck? Like, what are you doing? And she chases her off the phone.
Pushes her off the phone. It's like, the killer's fucking Cotton Weary.
I love Debbie Salt almost like looked in the camera and went, really?
Cotton Weary.
So stupid. And then that's how that ends. And then that's when you see Sidney is like in the theater room, like, oh my God, like the music's playing. Like, what's going on?
Am I supposed to act my scene?
And then she gets on the stage and the music cuts and the spotlight hits her and she realizes, should have went to the police station.
I should have went to anywhere else.
But no, I'm going to fucking go to my college. Go to the theater room where there's nobody around.
Not a soul.
And then you start hearing, Ghostface Killer. Then you see Derek come down. Mm-hmm. Well, you don't know it's Derek at first.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't know, obviously.
She doesn't know, but you do.
But Derek is just passed out drunk.
Yeah. He's passed out. He's got tape on his face.
Yeah. And she's like, oh my God, what the fuck? And she starts taking his shit off and like trying to get him down. And then that's when Ghostface
Killer
comes.
A shows up.
And it's revealed.
And then reveals himself. Yeah. Mickey.
Which is, I remember at the time watching this was kind of surprising because I was like, oh. But now watching this and seeing it as not as a kid, but like as an adult, I was like, oh, like obviously it was fucking.
Yeah.
Like
who the fuck else would
fucking
it be?
Weird.
Yeah.
And Debbie Salt too. Like why are you focusing so much on this one character?
On these two like annoying ass characters?
Yes.
Like come on.
What is this? He fucks with Sidney's head.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that's actually a pretty good tactic.
Was actually good, yeah. He was like, hey, Derek, where you been?
Derek's like, what's going on?
I had to do all this
drunk.
by myself.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck you. And Sidney starts like, oh, it's both of them. They're the killer.
Like, deja vu?
I know. Boyfriend killer.
I love when he did that. Boyfriend killer.
And then she steps away from Derek. Derek starts yelling, I'm going to fucking kill you. You're dead. And then he just fucking caps Jerry O'Connell.
He caps him.
Caps him.
And then she puts her hand right on his hole.
I don't know what that's going to do. That's going to get you something.
I was like,
but then he, of course, his last dying words are, I would never hurt you ever.
Oh, I know. And I was like, yeah, I'm so glad you fucking said that. You got to live with that shit, Sidney.
Like that shit. If you
cold.
If the first round of friends getting murdered doesn't fuck you up,
that will fuck you up.
That will stick with you, bitch.
But guess what? It doesn't. Though, there's a number 3 and a number 4. But we'll get there later.
So then Mickey's whole plan is to get caught. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Is to get caught and then blame violence in the movies. Because
apparently no one has ever done that before. Yeah. The public only wants to see a very good trial, and he would have, all these people representing him, and it'd be amazing.
It'd be a spectacle.
What?
Killer B shows up.
Oh, yeah. The door opens, and Courtney Cox comes out.
Gail just fucking pokes in.
And you're like,
she's just
what?
Like, she's just like, no.
Yeah. And then it's Mrs. Debbie Salt.
And then
you find out it's really Billy Loomis's mother.
Mama Loomis.
I love how she was just like, Mrs. Loomis? Like, so like,
yeah,
what?
She's like, what? And then Courtney Cox is like, oh, fuck.
She's like, I didn't even know it was you. She's like, yeah, I used to be 60 pounds heavier and got some work done. Which I wanted to be like, can I see the before pictures?
Yeah.
What does she look like before? So apparently she found Mickey in a chat room.
Oh my God.
A serial killer chat room, which I can't even imagine. Okay. Was this an AOL chat room?
You think the first explanation is bad?
Yeah, this is even worse.
Wait until this one.
She just wanted to find there was like, what she said, 97 active. She said
there was 97 active killers.
Yeah, in this country.
She finds Mickey in this chat room and then befriends him.
Yeah.
They all planned this out online.
She pays for his college. She pays his
tuition to get him into this college.
Yeah.
To be close to Sidney.
Yeah. It's this like whole elaborate thing when in reality, the whole reason she left Billy's father is because, you know, Sidney's mother fucked her husband. Why are you mad at Sidney's mom?
The daughter.
But why are you even being mad at Maureen Prescott? Be mad at your fucking husband, too. Like, it's not like he literally just was tied up and she was like, oh, like, your dick's hard. I'm going to fucking sit on it
for an hour.
And I'm going to cry about it. No, he willingly was a participant in this affair.
Yeah.
So be mad at everybody. Don't be fucking mad at one person.
She's like, we're not doing the court thing. We're not getting caught. So she just shoots Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey doesn't see it coming. He was like, no. There's not going to be a trial.
That's exactly what happened in the scene. So she caps Mickey. Yeah. Done. Dead. She has everything set up so everything will go back to Mickey. She'll get off scot-free. Everything's A-OK, USA. She's all, you killed my son.
So dramatic.
It's classic revenge, as she said. You killed my son. And then Sidney's like, but you abandoned him, you fucking idiot.
She's like, that's besides the point. You killed my son. I was okay with leaving him and his father to rot, but the fact that you took the life out of his eyes.
After he went crazy and tried to kill you because of your mom.
And he brutally raped and murdered your mom. Which I want to be like, actually, you technically win. You know what I mean? Like, why don't we call it evensies?
Let me call it square, and you go fucking home.
He killed my mother. I killed your son. It's totally fine. But no, like, and I think that's what, like, her thing was so stupid is that, like, I felt like she didn't have a leg to stand on.
No, absolutely
Laurie Metcalf's character because you're a stupid bitch. Like, this.
Absolutely.
No.
Also, it's exactly what Billy did with Stu.
Yeah.
They were so proud of their scheme.
Yes.
They got to monologuing. They could have just fucking capped her and been done with it.
Why do these killers drag stuff out is beyond me.
Because they just love jerking off to how smart they are.
Oh, God.
That's why they return to the scene. That's why they do all that stupid
God, these
shit.
serial killers would be better if they just shut the fuck up and just get their job done.
That's why some leave a calling card. Because they want it to be them.
Bastards.
It's some weird fucking psycho bullshit.
Totally bastard.
There's lots of struggling and fighting.
Oh, yeah. All the fighting, which is really funny.
Yeah, I know. She gets knocked over by a bunch of, like, fake bricks.
Yeah, and fake styrofoam.
It's, like, very dramatic. She's like, oh!
Yeah. Sydney runs and gets an axe and starts, like, fucking chopping lines.
And then the set's, like, falling apart and exploding.
Yeah.
And lights are falling from the ceiling. Oh, my God. It's so fucking ridiculous.
It was so insane, but like it got to the point where she was able to like disable Mrs. Loomis, didn't have the gun, and so it was like a more of a fair fight. And then Mrs. Loomis pulled a knife. You're like, where the fuck does this come from? All right, fine. And it gets to the point where they're both about to fight for the gun. Mrs. Loomis gets the gun, and then Cotton Weary, like the beacon of light that he is, appears out of nowhere and is like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Everybody is apeshit crazy. I'm watching two bitches fight. What's going on?
What's going on over here?
You're like, ooh, this is getting good, because Miss Billy Loomis's mom was just like, listen, let me kill her because it could be the Cotton Show.
Yeah, because you'll be the star. It could be you. She had you go to prison for 1 year.
Yes.
What has she done for you?
I love how he was just like, you know what? You're right. She did put me in jail for a year. Maybe I should kill her. But you know what sounds really good right now? Diane Sawyer's interview.
And then there's like 30-second tension wait. And then Sidney's like,
consider it done.
Deal, bitch. Debbie's like,
pops her in the face.
No, caps her in the throat.
Oh, that's right. Caps her in the throat. And
Cotton
then
caps her in the throat. And then
she's dead.
She gets up and Cotton's like, listen, I'd never do anything to you. I swear, seriously. He's all like mumbling, kind of a weenie. So you see,
because he never killed someone before. Further point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see the actual Cotton. You see that he's genuinely innocent.
Yeah.
Right there in that moment. And then she's just like, give me the gun.
The second time
she's commanded a gun off an adult.
Yes. Which is crazy to me.
And
fucking
Cotton's
crazy.
just like, yeah, sure.
She is a true sociopath.
Absolutely.
She's a true sociopath.
The true lunatic of this movie. I want Scream 5. I want it to be her.
Yeah. Oh.
She gets a split personality from all the trauma and she starts killing every single person in her bloodline. Honestly,
that would be fucking amazing if that was actually a fucking thing.
I'd watch it.
I would totally watch it.
Jump scare.
Yeah.
Gail.
She gets up out of the trenches.
Because Gail got capped when Mickey got capped.
Oh, yeah. She accidentally got capped, too, because, like, the whole struggle of Laurie Metcalf's character shooting Mickey. Mickey just got off one last shot and shot happened to be on her ribs.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. When Gail popped up, she was like, oh, the bullet bounced off my ribs. Yeah. Like, how the fuck are you a doctor, bitch? How the fuck do you know that? How do you know that? Did you fucking, like, put your fingers in your wound?
You're like, it's not through. There's no hole.
I don't get
She's it. She's ripping her fingers in there.
I don't get it.
So they pull her out. Gail takes the other gun.
Yes. That was by Mickey.
Yeah, that was by Mickey. And then they both
are just, like, talking.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, what's up? How's it going?
Casual.
And then Mickey goes up for that final scare. And they both light him up. His ass up.
Light him the fuck up.
Pump fucking 8 bullets into his fucking chest.
8 to 10 bullets.
They light up a college kid.
Yeah.
And then they do the one last scare thing, and Sidney just shoots Salt right in the forehead.
She's already dead because she got shot in the fucking throat. And she had what I loved about her is that she literally gave zero fuck, and she just shot her right in the head. And both Gail Weathers and Cotton were like, oh, like, I don't want to fuck with her.
She's just like double tap, and just drops the gun, fucking walks out.
Yeah, like literally, like bam, mic drop.
Yeah,
and then leaves. Here's my issue with that. At that point, she's already killed 4 people in a span of 2 years. She's killed 4 people. She is a serial killer.
She has 4 kills. Yeah,
she has 4 confirmed kills. So now it's like the next day or whatever, and now there's all these police. I'm assuming classes are canceled or what. I don't know what's going on in this college. There definitely will not be a stage show for sure.
Oh, that show is definitely canceled. The whole set got ruined.
The whole set, and at least 2 of their members got killed.
Gus is gonna be like, "What the fuck, Sidney?"
But what I thought was actually really interesting is that when it's the next day, you find out that Dewey lives. Mm-hmm. Like they bring him out in a stretcher. Gail was about to go live with it, but then realizing that Dewey was alive, she was like, fuck this, I'm gonna follow my heart.
I love him and whatever.
Goes into
I love finger guns.
I love finger gun. I'm gonna go with him in the fucking ambulance. They go away together. Sidney by herself. She has no friends because all her friends are dead.
My last note was she has no boyfriend and no living friends. And she walks into the sunset by herself.
I have 3 things I wrote down, but while she was standing there, all the reporters were swarming her. She just literally looks at Cotton and goes, well, Cotton's the real hero. Yeah. And then Cotton was like, oh, me?
Oh, there's a time and a price.
Yes.
For everything. Here's my card.
And that's how he makes his money.
Yep.
Because in number 3, he has like a swanky fucking apartment, and he's like living really well. And I think he has a TV show in LA. Like he's doing very well for himself. But that's number 3. I just wrote Cotton Weary saves the day. She has murdered 4 people. She has no friends because she walks away, and like it pans out.
Yep.
And it's like some Christian rock song or whatever. Yep. And she's literally just walking
by herself.
Walking. I don't know where the fuck she's going.
Covered in blood.
She's covered in blood. She's walking.
Just shot someone in the forehead.
Yeah.
Lit up a college student with a pistol.
Yeah. And her ex-boyfriend's mother.
Yeah.
Killed the ex-boyfriend and the mother.
She's not even getting questioned by the cops or with the ambulance.
No. That was the other thing. Nobody's questioning her. She's literally walking away. They're like, oh, it's just Sidney Prescott. She kills people. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's what she does.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
She's our resident serial killer. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. So she only kills bad people. She's like Dexter, but not. She waits for them to attack her, and then she kills them in the end.
If this was real, her ass would be sitting in jail still.
Oh my god, so hard.
Her ass.
The first time, it's like, all right, yeah, definitely self-defense.
Yeah, the fucking second to third time, like, I don't know about this.
We should keep you away from people.
Like, what kind of life do you have where you're just like so fucking? Ugh, I don't know.
But now she has 4 confirmed kills.
4 confirmed kills. No her friends.
Boyfriend guilt.
Like, the boyfriend guilt
the trust
of
issues
like I would never
like
kill
max
you.
Level.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she's fine.
She's fucking gone. Now, I forgot to mention, actually, and the reason why CC Pizza got killed, we've totally, like, skipped over it, is that they were showing a pattern. So the first person that was killed was Jada Pinkett, which was Maureen. Her name was Maureen. And that was after Maureen Prescott. And then I think Steve was the boyfriend, and that was supposed to be like Casey Becker's boyfriend from the first movie. So Steve was Omar Epps' character. And then Cece, who went by Casey was Drew Barrymore's character in the first one. So that was the one thing I just realized.
Yeah, they mirrored that, and we totally fucking forgot about that.
Yeah, that was like when they were in the police station, they were trying to figure out like what are all the connections.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh my God, it is confirmed that there is a fucking serial killer,
bullshit.
copycat killer or whatever. Yeah. That's Scream 2, y'all, in a nutshell.
And here's some bonus fun facts for you.
Absolutely. Lay it on me, sister.
Oh, hell yeah. The last 10 pages of the script were withheld from everyone.
Really?
Yeah. They didn't do that until they got to shooting. So no one knew how the twists were.
Oh, that's nice.
Because actually the 40 first pages of the script were leaked on the internet. And originally, Jerry O'Connell was going to be a killer.
Interesting.
Yeah. There was going to be 3 killers. Jerry O'Connell was going to be one of them.
Oh, wow.
So they ended up changing that.
That's actually, I like it that they did that. Because it's even more fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
That he was like, I would never hurt you.
Yeah.
You fucking cunt.
Idiot. Now I'm fucking dead, you stupid ass. SMG, CC's Pizza, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
Signed up for the movie before reading the script.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Maybe she would have thought about it more when
they realized her.
She died at scene 4.
Poor girl.
This was Timothy Olyphant's first film.
Was this really?
First leading role, yeah.
Aw.
I know.
I love him.
Baby.
I love him. He's such a baby.
This one I like. It's the alternate titles for the sequel. Scream Again. Scream Louder.
Oh, God.
Scream the sequel.
Okay. No.
The original ending, there's a bell tower when they zoom out.
Yeah.
With Sidney. There was a ghost face watching over her. That would hint that Scream 3 would happen.
That would have been hilarious.
I think that I liked like the cheesy horror movie ending.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, it's over, but it's not at the same time. Alternates for Cece, Alicia Silverstone, Reese Witherspoon, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Jerry O'Connell dated while shooting.
That's really random.
This is the only Scream movie that doesn't have a relative of Sidney Prescott in it.
That's very true, because the first one.
Mm-hmm. This was greenlit while Scream was still in theaters.
That makes sense, because the first Scream was really fucking great. Yeah. I could see why.
It didn't start strong, because it actually came out, the first one came out December 20th, right before Christmas.
Oh.
So Lillard has a line, like, it looks like Christmas out here.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why. Denise Richards was offered a role, but she didn't do it because she was doing Starship Troopers.
Interesting.
Which I love that movie.
I wonder what
I know. I wonder who she would have been.
If she would have been...
Sarah Gellar, frat girl.
Yeah, one of the frat
sister,
girls.
I'm sorry.
Because the frat girls were played by Rebecca Gayheart and Portia de Rossi, which I was like, oh my God.
This is the only Scream movie Siskel and Ebert recommended. I know.
Not even the first one?
No, they didn't like the first one.
No.
Fun fact. The only Scream movie where Ghostface drives.
Good to know. Good to know.
Oh yeah, the original killers were going to be Derek, Hallie, and Mrs. Loomis. It wasn't even going to be Oliphant.
Hallie. Oh my God, was that her name? Is her real name Elise?
Elise Neal, yeah.
Oh, okay, thank God. Thank God that it wasn't like I was just calling her fucking someone else. Oh my God, okay.
Actually, at the end, Cotton would try to kill Sidney. After all 3 of those killers died. Then they go after Sidney.
So she would have had at least like 5 confirmed kills.
So much blood in her
6 confirmed kills.
6.
You know what? I'm excited for number 3.
Well, I know.
3 is awful.
Holy shit. I haven't seen 3 in so long.
Me neither.
And
so that's going to be fun.
A reason for that.
Tune in next time.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for listening.
Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
If you made it through this shit.
We love you and apologize.
We love you.
Thoroughly.
And adore you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we adore you.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
We'll see you kids next time, okay?
I'm just going to repeat everything you say.
Great.
Bye.
Bye, kids.